Hey, it's Daryl at 10 Foot Truck, Good Attitudes Services. Today I haven't done any deliveries, and actually in the past couple days I haven't done any. I could have had tire deliveries today, probably yesterday, and the day before. And I had a couple jobs, a couple of people call me for doing some for deliveries for Craigslist type stuff. But unfortunately, I had that when I did that storage clean out. That was a packed truck, and I don't have a storage unit. I got rid of my storage unit to save money. So I was trying to figure out, I was basically putting all this stuff in my house, and I don't have a big place. So I've been really organizing and trying to sell and getting, figuring out what sites to sell, listing. And I was able to sell a couple beds and some smaller items. Now the beds and things that are bigger, like furniture, I'm still trying to sell this dresser, this huge kind of dresser set with end tables. But I've had a couple bites on it, but still no one wants to. So I haven't been able to sell that one. I sold the beds; those were easy, and a couple of bar stools; those are easy to sell. So I made some pretty good sales on that. And now I'm organizing everything, and most of it's small because the customer the storage clean out customer had a lot of stuff. They were probably shopping, so they shop for a lot of stuff. So they had a lot of clothes, and they're all still with tags, and a lot of stuff that was still in boxes, like Christmas lights and Christmas things. I'm kind of sorting it out to see where would be the most efficient place to sell it. And I found a site called Mercari. I think it's Mercri. I think I'll have to look that up, but Mercari, I'm pretty sure it's kind of like eBay and like Offerup, but I think it focuses mostly on selling like clothes and smaller things. So far, that's what my experience has been. Where Offerup, I put stuff like furniture on Offerup, where local people will come and pick it up and they pay cash. Or Mercari, it's all linked to your bank account, and you can have it shipped locally. And I think I don't know if they use FedEx. I haven't had anybody locally buy stuff, but I had people from other areas buy, other states. In that case, so far I've noticed they use the Postal Service, United States Postal Service, and UPS. And what's good about it is that when you list these items, you just take pictures and then you describe the item, the condition, and all that. And then it kind of has some kind of algorithm where you can price it at the most efficient price that the algorithm shows you. So we're going to sell it faster. And then if you hit that price, after a certain amount of days, if it's not sold, it automatically drops in price, and then it automatically drops to the lowest price, and then it sits there. But also, if people are looking at your stuff and they like it, they press a little like button. You can go and promote. There's a promote button where you can hit the promote button, and you can actually go target the people that like it, and you can go to them and tell them, "I'll give it to you for a lower price." You can set it for like $2 cheaper, and that helps a lot. I've gotten a sale on that where I hit the promote button, lower the price, and targeting to the person that liked it, and then immediately they purchase the item. Now, once they purchase the item, you just box it up, and it'll direct you to where you're supposed to go. Like one item, I had to go to the postal service and post office, and then the other item went to UPS. And in both cases, I didn't have to print out a label on my computer. All I had to do is have a QR code on the phone, and I go to the post office or the UPS, and you show them that. They scan it, and then they automatically print a label in their printing machine. And then they put that on there and they ship it out, and it's very fast. I mean, I had an item just recently, and it was only a couple days. So it's fairly quick. And once the customer receives the item, I guess they inspect it, and then they rate you as a customer. I guess they do a customer rating on you, and then you rate them. And then at that point, the money is directly deposited in your account. That's from what I understand. I haven't done enough to completely comment on how that works. But it's fairly, because I have a lot of I got boxes and boxes. Like this person I got the storage unit from must have been, really into shopping, because they have a lot of stuff that they had shopped ahead of time. So it had all the tags on it and hadn't been used. And then I got, clothes and things like that, Christmas things. Of course, it's coming into the season where I could sell like Christmas things pretty easy. So, I'm doing that, and then I don't do eBay anymore. I did, and it's just a little too complicated for me. Like the shipping, how it works. For this one, they pay for the shipping So you're not paying for it. You just customer, I guess, is paying. It shows how much, you know, it shows how much you're getting, how much they're buying it for, and then it shows you how much you're getting, which is pretty good. Pretty good price for what you're getting. Of course, I got all the stuff for free, so it really doesn't matter. What I'm going to do is, I don't really want to take it all to Goodwill. I'm taking some right now. Actually going to a Goodwill run right now to take some of the stuff that I couldn't really, it's just too much to, some of the stuff I figure that's not going to be easy to sell. And then after a while, if I'm doing this and there's, you know, whatever's left over after, you know, a certain amount of time, I'm just going to take that all to the Goodwill, because it's really all good stuff. I could donate it all, but some of it's so good, it's like, gosh, I'm just going to sell it because it's actually really nice stuff. So I've kind of become a secondhand salesman for the last 2 or 3 days, and then I still have stuff in the truck I got to get out. I try to sell the dressers to get it out. I finally sold the beds. Now I can move the beds out. Now I can move the dressers in the house. I got rugs I got to clean up and sell those. So anyway, you know, the point is, there's a lot of things these days, you know, apps and different ways. And of course, Craigslist, you could sell on there. But the thing about the Mercari side is that you don't have to come in contact with anybody. Craigslist and Offerup, a lot of times they're coming to your house and looking at it, and some people don't like that. Whereas Mercari, you just take it to the post office, or so I think you can actually. I'm not sure how that works, but I think you'd have like FedEx sometimes pick it up. And I'm not totally sure on this, but I thought somewhere I was reading about it that if it's a local sale, that actually Uber, I think, Uber driver could pick it up. But I haven't tried that out yet. So far, it's been stuff out of state, so I'm using the post office. But that'd be kind of cool if we sold something local where you just put it outside, and the Uber driver picks it up, and they just drive it over to the house. So that's good, because you don't have to deal with any customers on that. Kind of like eBay, but eBay, you know, you had different kind of charges, different kind of fees, and it was not as simple. Like Mercari is like, everything is just, you know, pretty much taken care of. You just have to, the only thing you have to do is box it up, make sure it's boxed nice, and then they label it and all that. So I'll be doing that off and on probably every day. What I do is I list like 5 or 6 items a day, sometimes more, and then just manage those listings. And I'm only using 2 sites. I'm only using Mercari and OfferUp, and then sometimes Craigslist for the big furniture, which I've already sold most of it, except for the dresser and the end tables and all that. And then of course, I think I'm going to be going and getting another storage clean out, which is like another 2 storages. So I might be forced to get another storage unit. I don't like storage units unless I'm doing a lot of sales, because it just costs too much money. Like I had at one point a 12 by 45 foot unit, which was basically made for a motorhome, and I used that for all the stuff that I was acquiring on deliveries and moves and storage cleanouts. And I filled that thing up, and I would have garage sales and all. And it was pretty reasonable price at that point. Back then, it was like $400 a month. But then they started to increase the price, and then the sales were going down, and I couldn't really afford it anymore. But at the time, it really worked, because I did have a lot. I had so much stuff. There's no way I could have packed it in my garage or in the house. So now, after this next storage unit I'm going to coming up in a couple weeks. It's going to be a pretty big one. It's possible that I might have to get a temporary storage unit. And I wish I could do garage sales, but where I live now is not very ideal. Like where I used to live before, I had a lot of space, a lot of, you know, area to do garage sales, and I was right on the main street. People could see it, you know, they drive by it. I live right across the street. I used to live right across the street from a grocery store, and they were coming out, they could see, you know, I have all this stuff out in the front yard, and they would see, and they pull right in, and I could sell stuff really fast that way. But now I don't live in a neighborhood like that. I don't think the neighbors would appreciate me putting stuff all over the yard. But so I'm kind of forced into doing it like this, you know, with the apps, and doing one at a time or shipping it out, which takes longer. So, but you know, it's worth it. You can make some pretty good side money doing that. And you know, why throw it out? Why throw it in the dump? That doesn't make any sense. It's all good stuff that people can use. And then, of course, I could also donate it, but you know, when it's stuff that's that nice, I prefer to just sell it. And then, you know, like Goodwill, they get a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm going over there right now. There's always lines out the, you know, around And any Goodwill you go to where you donate, there's always lines there because they get so much stuff. So I don't know if they were going to be missing out if people decide to sell their stuff instead. And with all these apps, you know, it really makes it easy, fairly easy. I mean, you got to put some time into it, but I don't know if I'll be able to get a delivery in tonight. I'm going to have to go back. I have to drop this stuff off and then start listing again. Maybe tomorrow I'll do something. So anyway, that's been the last few days for me. It's been secondhand salesman, or whatever you call it. Junk removal sales. Junk sales, I don't know. It's not really junk though. It's like, none of it's junk. Now, you know, I've had junk removals where, you know, everything, there was like a few things are good and everything else is, you know, junk. This is shocking. I mean, this is like, I didn't find one, I mean, they were talking a full truckload. I didn't find one item that was something that was junk, or, you know, it was all good. It's all good. I'm here in the parking lot of Lowe's, and I can't think of anything else to talk about. Checking out 10-foot truck, good attitudes, services. Have a great day.